Hi there, beautiful creatures. Welcome back. Today I'm so super excited to share with you the Poet's Oracle. This is by our very own Storytelling Tea and Tarot. And when she talked about this deck, which is the Poet's Oracle, um, on her channel, she has a video up. The same night, I had a very vivid dream, and in that dream, I was using the deck. So I messaged her and contacted her asking if it was possible that I would be one of the people that trial and let her know what this deck is like to work with, because I don't dream about decks often. So when I do, I kind of stand up and take notice. So this arrived today, just in a very sort of plain tuck box, which is really nice. It's still in its shrink wrap. Oh, and look at the backings, they're so beautiful. All the artwork in this deck was done by Larissa herself. She has gotten quotes from people, authors, poets, and the like that accompany her own images here, and that the comments that are not attributed to other people were written by herself, because she is also an author. Oh god, this is going to be a struggle. Hold on. One-handed, holding the camera with my bad hand and struggling to get the shrink wrap off with my one good hand. My strong hand. Sorry. I figure that you guys probably... I'll be back. Alright, so after much struggling with the teeth and the hands and stuff, I managed to get the shrink wrapping off. Hooray! So I'm going to flip through some of the cards now. It's on a beautiful linen cardstock, which is thin and flexible but still sturdy enough to shuffle. For those of you who like rifle shuffling, this will be perfect. It's a really gorgeous oracle deck size. It's slightly bigger than your sort of standard, no, it's not slightly bigger, it is bigger than your standard tarot deck. And it's just beautiful. So this is the first card, which is called the Dark Night of the Soul. And it writes here, beneath the moon, ghosts do rise. Beneath a still moon, whisper the wise. Cry your regret, bury your dread. Guard your joy, live with your dread. Under the moon, secrets are alive. So prepare to outwit the devil, waiting for dawn to arrive. So I think that's one of Larissa's own. And I'm sorry, I don't think I read that correctly. There seems to be a little misprint thing. So I've got a bit of a white spot there, but it doesn't bother me, so... Anyway, and here we have the astrological symbols, which I'll have to work out because I don't know anything about astrology, but I will learn. So that's the first card, and oh god, I love these backings. Without the shininess, you can really see. It's so gorgeous. So here we have diversity means allowing other people to be different than you. And I love the image here with the cactus. I love cactus so much, cactus and succulents. The quote is, we look up at the same stars and see such different things. That's by George R.R. Martin. So there are some landscape cards in here too, which I love. Isn't this beautiful? Such beautiful images, Larissa. Blame it or praise it, there is no denying the wild horse in us. That's Virginia Woolf. She's one of my favorite writers as well. Yeah, I love the imagery in this deck already. I'm going to be working with it this coming month. Fortify yourself. As Esther stirred the thick jam, he thought two thoughts, and two thoughts he thought were these. Anything can happen to anyone, and B, it is best to be prepared. Very cool. Lots of writers that I don't, writers that I know and then writers that I don't know. So I'm really interested in learning about the writers that I don't know. Power wielded for good or ill. My father told me that some voices are so true they can be used as weapons, can maneuver the weather, change time. He said a voice that powerful can walk away from the singer if it is shamed. Sorry about that, guys. My camera cut out, so I'm gonna continue to flip through these cards. I won't show all of them to you. I hope you can see it. This one's a little dark, but it's really quite beautiful. And the quote here, well, it says prioritize, and the quote here is walk around feeling like a leaf. Know you could tremble at any second, then decide what to do with your time. That's awesome because I'm such a procrastinator. Alright. Remnants. Oh, this is gorgeous. I remember her reading this one, I think, in her video. A man takes his sadness down to the river and throws it in the river, but then he is still left with the river. A man takes his sadness and throws it away, but then he is still left with his hands. Maybe she didn't show this one, but this one really resonates with me for some reason. So I'm not going to show them all to you. They're really beautiful and I really want to go through them myself. So I'm putting them in. I just love this backing so much. It's so gorgeous. Perfect backing, Larissa, really. Okay, here we go. The Solitary Journey. 2 things everybody's got to do for themselves. They got to go to God and they got to find out about living for themselves. I really like that. I love the image. I love the image. It's gorgeous. I don't want to give too much away because I want to do a full review on this deck when I finish working with it. I have to say the quality of the images and everything in this deck is beautiful as well. There's no pixelation of any images. Here we go. The Sacrifice. Real magic can never be made by offering someone else's liver. You must tear out your own and not expect to get it back. Oh, I love that. And I love the images. Oh, gorgeous. Larissa, you know I love your photography anyway, but this is really something else. This is really special. Larissa, this deck is amazing. So, venture forth. Nobody ran off with her, Roscoe said. She just ran off with herself, I guess. That's awesome. The Voice Beyond the Veil. When the day shall come that we do part, he said softly and turned to look at me. If my last words are not I love you, you'll know it was because I didn't have time. I love that. I love the messages. This feels like a really inspired deck. So barren ground, love is dead, we are cured, but we are happy. But are we happy? Sorry. We are cured, but are we happy? Love is dead, we are cured, but are we happy? That's really cool. Oh, I want to invent some spreads for this deck. I know Larissa has a book coming with this when she releases it. And the spreads are going to be in this deck as well. Cry out. If you are silent about your pain, they'll kill you and say you enjoyed it. I love that. So many good cards in here. Okay. And the borders are perfect, not obtrusive. The image is great. So, cycles. I have been in Sorrow's kitchen and licked out all the pots. Then I have stood on the peaky mountain wrapped in rainbows with a harp and a sword in my hands. I keep stopping at this author, Zora Neale Hurston, who I've never read before, so I think I'll need to read that person's work. Because I seem to be very attracted to their way of writing already. Here we go. Diminishing. This is cool. There is a loneliness that can be rocked, arm crossed, knees drawn up, holding on. This motion, unlike a ship's, smooths and contains their rocker. It's an inside kind, wrapped tight like skin. Then there is loneliness that roams. No rocking can hold it down. It is alive, on its own, a dry and spreading thing that makes the sound of one's own feet going seem to come from a far off place. That's really cool as well. Oh, so much love. So much love for this deck. You know what kind of energy this deck has? This deck has the energy of a prophet, of someone coming to you in bare feet and telling you the honest the honest truth that you need to hear, and in the words that you need to hear them said to you. You know how people can give you advice and it's not in the right words, so you don't pay attention to it? I feel like this deck has the words and has the word magic in it, that when it speaks to you in the words, you really, it's the advice that you need and the way that you need to hear it in. So that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this deck already. So I just wanted to show you guys a few more cards because I am losing the light here. This one is called Ecstatic Dance with the Divine, and the quote is, "My eyes failed me, my breath came thick, my face was on fire, and I felt my whole body melting. Ah, 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 my cavitium, I shall faint away," I cried. "Hold my soul, it is escaping my body." That's beautiful. So those are all the cards I'm going to show you. There are still like well over half here. So she made a really generous deck, and I'm really grateful that she sent this deck to me. I'll have a review for it within the month, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. And thank you so much, Larissa, and this deck is beautiful. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.